because we like to start early. We've got the Vendolls and the Blockwork Orange. And out in front, folks, that's Cat Von Deviator, lead jammer. Who's jamming for the Orange ladies?
Jamming for Orange County is Jabberwocky, who still has not made it through her initial pass. She's now through.
Cat Von Deviator gets out of the pack for a 5-point pass. Falls off the jam.
If you have any questions about the 45 angle Avenger plates, see Fakenin at the Sugar booth. She'll answer all of your questions.
Remember, folks, we are taking dollar battle cries at the info table. Get us to say anything that I would say in front of my 5-year-old niece.
On the line for Orange County is Darth Evader, a transfer from Arizona.
And with the start for the first time today for the Vendolls, that's Chronic Speed.
This is Darth's first season with Blockwork Orange.
Both jammers looking for a hole. Chronic going around the outside, but she gets called off on a cutting the track penalty for Chronic Speed. Power jam belongs to
Darth is through the pack and she's your lead jammer for Orange County.
Looks like she answered with her own cut the track penalty. She will sit down, and Chronic will be back in. And we're going to go for the full 2 minutes. We've got a cut track force on an Orange County blocker. Chronic Speed ready to score points. And on the back call, folks, that is a 5-point grand slam for the Vendolls.
Darth has been released. She's still fighting her way through the pad.
Chronic Speed out once again. That's 10 points total for this jam, ladies and gentlemen. No pack call, has to let Darth go. She gets 5 points.
Chanel knockoff sent to the box.
Fatal traction with the huge hit to the outside against Darth Vader. She decides to go ahead and take the no pass, no penalty and picks up 4 points. An additional 4 points for the Vendolls.
Current score, Orange County 9, Vendolls 24. Captain Hooker on the line for Orange County. Cat Von Deviator with the star for the Vendolls, and out in front, your lead jammer is Cat Von Deviator. Looks like we've got a power jam situation. We got a cutting the track penalty. That'll send Captain Hooker to the box for a 1-minute sit, and Cat Von Deviator has already picked up her first grand slam. Orange County trying to create a wall. It's completely broken out by the Vendolls.
Orange County playing a little ping pong. A big takedown there by Miss Vicious Appalicious. But they gotta let her go. That's a 5 points for the Vendolls. Vendolls right now caging number 717 Guantanamo Slay in the pack. Chanel knockoff headed to the box for a back blocking penalty, and we've got another 5 on the board for the Vendolls. Vendolls sending Tinny Kitty to sit for a minute in his seat, and Cat Von Deviator through again. And folks, if you're keeping track at home, that's a 25-point jam thus far.
sent to the box for Orange County.
Cap on Deviator calling it off. 49-9 now with 14 minutes remaining in the game.
Make sure to check out Power Jam Fitness, Snoopy's Snake Eyes Derby Fitness.
Don't forget, folks, the folks from Mistivo with their Atom wheels here to tempt you with lots of fine things.
Jamming for Orange County, we have a Jabberwocky.
She's up against Emma Go-Getter.
There she is, and she's lead jammer for this jam.
Emma Go-Getter ready to score points of her own, putting on the pressure. Dangerous, being sent to the penalty box. Jabberwocky hitting the pack real fast. She does pick up 4 points, calls off the jam before Emma Go-Getter has a chance to pick up any points for the Vendolls.
Current score, Orange County 13, Ventura 49.
You know how to score after the tournament tonight, right, Samba? That would be at the after party at Golden China. There will be karaoke. They have food until 1 a.m. and you know you want to come out and join us.
And they're off. And Apple is the lead jammer for this jam.
Joining Miss Vicious Appalicious out there with the star in green. That's Kat Von Deviator.
Cuckoo for Coco, the only blocker for Orange County out on the track.
Pack advantage right now does belong to the Vendolls. 3-2 advantage with the Chanel knockoff joining them in the pack. Miss Vicious Appalicious is making a break for the top of the pack. The Cat is out faster. Picks up 4 points. Miss Appalicious does answer with 4 of her own. Score now 53-17. With the star for the Vendolls is your lead jammer.
And Captain Hooker sent to the box. Miami P with a huge hit, but
looks like we've got a major backblocking penalty called on Fatal Traction. She'll lose that lead jammer status. Of course, we'll swap out the jammers in the box.
which leaves D-Cup as the only Orange County blocker on the floor.
But she breaks free, a 5-point grand slam for Blockwork Orange. Fatal Traction out of the box, garnering 5 points of her own. And we enter the 2-minute race for glory. Four points for both jammers. Both lines walling up to play defense on the opposing team. Fatal Traction having problems with that wall of orange and checker up at the top.
And Captain Hooker still fighting her way through the wall of white.
Fatal Traction avoiding that cutting the track penalty by taking herself out of play. Dangerous being sent to the penalty box. Of course, Fatal Traction now having to restart with Captain Hooker picking up 4 points of her own. According to my unofficial scribblings, that should have been even. So now our score is 66-30. With 10 minutes, we have reached the halfway point in this game. Don't ever reach the halfway mark when it comes to sound and entertainment. The folks at Saturday Night Sound, providers of our sound equipment, but also purveyors of fine DJing services, and also, in my opinion, the best karaoke KJs in Ventura County, Saturday Night Sound.
Jabberwocky jamming for Orange County.
Emma Go-Getter headed out to the penalty box with a forearm penalty.
Jabberwocky is lead jammer for Orange County. It's a power jam for Orange County.
According to my little scribblings, Jabberwocky has jammed 3 times, has garnered that lead jammer status twice out of those 3. 5 points for a grand slam on the board for the Orange County Roller Girls. Pack advantage right now, though, belonging to the Vendolls, 3-1 right now. Looks like Pivot Pinky Poker Face in there to help her out, frees her up to grab another grand slam. Jabberwocky with an amazing counter block to Chronic Speed, breaks out of the pack, another 5 points.
These are much needed points for Orange County. Let's see if she can make another 5. Jabber through the pack again.
That's another 5, folks. The Vendolls being brutalized during this power jam situation for Orange County. Jabberwocky on the inside, takes a hop, skip, and a jump, but it's a cut the track penalty. Emma Go-Getter ready to score points. According to the new WFTDA rules, when you jump that apex, you must jump in play and land in play. Because she did not stick the jump, that's cutting the track penalty, and she will sit for a minute as Emma Go-Getter picks up that 5-point grand slam. That's one of the new updates to the cutting the track penalty, that when you jump that apex, you must be in when you're up, when you go up, and you must stick it. You must be in play when you land. And it's giving a lot of the more agile jammers a big problem when they try and do that jumping the apex dealio.
Well, this gives a power jam to Ventura. Current score, 52 Orange County, 71 Ventura.
Adam Wheels to you, and they are proud sponsors of Battle for the Coast. It is never too early for you and your business to get on the train for Battle of the Coast 2014. Talk to the ladies at the merchandise booth if you are interested in sponsoring.
Make sure to check out the Cruise Skate Shop before you leave tonight. They have clothing and derby supplies.
Cap on Deviator wearing the star for the Vendolls and your lead jammer.
Orange County with 2 blockers on the floor is going to have to work very hard to keep back the Ventura jammer.
That's a grand slam for Cap on Deviator. Vendolls getting a little itchy with that last massive jam by Jabberwocky. 5 more points for Cap on Deviator, and the power jam continues. Cap on Deviator on the inside, grand slam. Vendolls right now exerting a huge amount of control on the pack, trying to cage Pinky Poker Face, but she breaks free, hoping to do a little 1-2 in the pack, but Cap breaks free, picks up, according to my unofficial dealio there, 20 points in that jam for Cap on Deviator. Score now 91-52 with 6 minutes remaining in the game.
On the line for Orange County, we have Miss Vicious Appalicious.
Chronic Speed putting on the star for the Vendolls.
With a little over 5 minutes on the clock, Orange County is going to need a big jam for the rest of this.
Miss Vicious Appalachian looking for a way.
Appalachian's lead jammer. Orange County's blockers doing a great job at keeping back Ventura's jammer.
Chronic Speed fighting up to the wall of 3, going past Captain Hooker and Darth Vader. She's ready to score points as well. Tinny Kitty with the knock to the outside on Apple. Forces her to slow it down and call it off. One thing I'm not calling off is tonight's after party. Golden China, karaoke, decent Chinese food. We love it there and you will love it too. Don't let the announcers win the after party uncontested. We want to see all of you out there.
Please tell me there are drinks at the China
Of course,
Palace.
it is a bar, and in order to have karaoke, karaoke gets ultimately better when there are drinks. So,
On the line for Orange County's Jabberwocky.
putting on a star for the ladies in green and black, that's Emma Go-Getter, but out in front,
Jabberwocky lead jammer. This is her chance to score some much needed points for Orange County.
Emma Go-Getter out, ready to put on the pressure. Jabberwocky giving herself a little trouble, breaks free from the pack and calls off the jam. 4-0 in that jam, advantage OCRG.
Whatever the temps are, we start like maybe off dates. Like we don't say what the temps are, it's all the same numbers. Right.
While you are in our vendor pavilion perusing the tables, stop on by the table for Wheels or Heels. They've got some fantastic apparel to show you.
Captain Hooker jamming for Orange County.
She's up against Kat Von Deviator, and Kat Von Deviator on the inside, a lead chamber. Captain Hooker free and clear, ready to score points of her own. Kat Von Deviator with a huge juke to the outside, but she gets kind of tied up with Miami Keys. She has to call off the jam.
And Captain Hooker getting 1 point on that jam.
The Vendolls must win their last 2 games of the night in order to have a hope of going Sunday. But what that will mean is that if they win the rest of their games for the night, that means that LADD will lose one of their games, if that happens, and then we will have a 3-way tie that will go to point differential.
That would be very exciting.
What's exciting is out on the track we've got Emma Go-Getter getting that lead jammer point, but Miss Vicious Appalicious putting on the pressure, forces the call off, scoreless jam. Battle for the Coast certainly appreciates the folks at the Derby Deeds podcast. DerbySupply.net, pitch it, of course, over there. They gave us a great plug on their last show leading into battle.
Captain Hooker worked her way through the pack. She's the jammer.
But Kat Von Deviator putting on the pressure, breathing down her neck. Looks like 3-1 in that jam. We've got less than 2 minutes remaining, 94:59. Fatal traction with the star for the Vendolls.
Make sure to check out Stitched Up Stickers. Stickers, clothing, and accessories for your derby needs.
Emma Go-Getter fighting her way on the outside, but entrenched with the Vicious Appalicious. So Jabberwocky breaks free. She's lead jammer.
This is an opportunity for Orange County to make up some much needed points.
Got a no-pack situation. They have to let Emma Go-Getter go. 4-0 advantage Blockwork Orange in that last jam.
For 463, Orange County, Ventura 94.
Oh yeah, we've got 40 seconds remaining on the clock, counting down quickly. This will likely be our last jam of the game.
Pinky, poker face for Orange County lead jammer. Let's see if she can get some points to close up this point spread.
Kappa Deviator out of the pack, ready to score points as well. Pinky poker face with a little twirly-whirly. You know, sometimes these jammers are a little wibbly-wobbly, spinny-winny in the back. And with no further time out for OCRG, that's going to be the last jam of the night. We're going to go ahead and verify those scores, but it looks like we've got a final of 94 to 67.